Hello, I'm Mr. Allen, and this is Barry. He's going to tell us about his time in Cambridge.
Yes, hello there. Hello there. This is my friend Alan here. Here he is. So hello, Alan.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. This is Barry, the poor soul, and this is my friend Alan. And I'm doing a documentary today. On my experience and life and days in Cambridge town. Well, off the top of my head, I'll begin here. Well, I ended up in a hospital, and I got great treatment, probably the best treatment that you could ever ask for in hospital, the best treatment you could ever ask for. On that note, somehow I got split up from my family, which lived in London. My cousins, my aunties, my brothers, my mum, my dad got split up, and I found myself laying in a gutter in a busy, well, not a busy, but a city centre. It's surrounded in great countryside, absolutely surrounded in very great countryside, and I found myself, therefore, to cut a long story short, I lived for 19 years, no more, no less, on my own, on the streets of Cambridge. I kept my benefit money on the streets, which was a very fortunate thing. I think they actually stopped. I don't think they did. I actually kept my benefits on the streets, therefore I could survive. But there was a halfway house, and they deserve a medal. It was called Winter Comfort, and they all deserve a medal in there. There's a lot of homeless people around Cambridge, and Winter Comfort provides hot showers and a fully cooked breakfast in the morning, and the food is very great quality. You've got tea and coffee all day, which I'm allergic to tea and coffee. I'm allergic to it. But you've got this all day long on offer in a place called Winter Comfort. The hours are so long, but I found myself on the streets for 19 years there. I was in and out of night shelters over Christmas time and maybe birthday time, and actually the birthdays in fact didn't come around in the right sort of time. So, the birthdays didn't come around in the right sort of time, but Christmas time I used to go in the older night shelters. But I love the people there, they're wonderful people. I love me Katie, I love Stephen very much. They were two of my wallaby friends that I really wanted to know. They're lovely people. Kate is high class. She's beautiful. She helps me out. She reminds me of my Jodie in London, does Katie. I think they're the same people, but she's a lovely lady. She does her best for consummate amongst good people amongst Cambridge. But I really wanted to get to know my friends up in Cambridge in my 3-bedroom luxury apartment. I wouldn't mind moving back there, given the chance to move back there, because I had a 3-bedroom luxury apartment. See, and that's another thing. I weren't adapted to living in this environment that we're in, and I lost my 3-bedroom luxury apartment, and basically I've been living in a breakdown, I think, ever since. My family have never had a chance of having a house like this particular house, never, none of them, and I got given this house, a 3-bedroom luxury apartment. None of my family have ever had a chance to have an apartment like that, and I lost it. I think I've been caught in a breakdown ever since. If I could move back, I would appreciate it. Absolutely appreciate it. Absolutely appreciate it. But my family, none of them have never had a place like that. Now there is some of my family have got a nice home, but this would have suited me. But I weren't adapted to live in, being 8 years by that time, 8 years on the street by that time, to obviously live in a 3-bedroom luxury house. I weren't used to it. This, that, the other. It went a bit wrong for me, see? And of course I lost it, and I've ended up slumming it out in a not very nice environment. Scary, bad, bit horrifying. And I wish I could get a chance to have an apartment of my own. And this is a Barry M show, my life and days in Cambridge city centre. But I used to get me money, and I used to buy bangles. There's one of me rings there. That's the only ring I've got at the moment. But I used to get me benefit money, and I used to buy ring upon ring upon ring upon ring from the wonderful, beautiful market in Cambridge. You can't beat it. It's wonderfully beautiful. I used to buy bangles for my arms, colourful bangles, the old hot summers, the old this and that. But every time I got my benefit money, I used to make my way to Cambridge Market. It's a very famous place, and I used to buy some very specialist rings for me fingers. I like the blokes on the store there. I was good. I weren't happy, not happy for a second, but I was at least good. No trouble whatsoever, no trouble. But yeah, I had a 3-bedroom luxury apartment. By that time I was 8 years on the street. See, my love, I was 8 years on the street, and I weren't adapted to live in that particular environment, and I lost that place. And I'm heartbroken. I would love the chance, this is Barry M by the way, I would love the chance to have, of course, an apartment like this for myself, with obviously, may I say, staff nearby to keep an eye on me, because I'm a vulnerable adult. I'm a very vulnerable adult, may I say, because they do their utmost to look after you, and as I say, they'll look after it, don't they? Well, they get the old nunchuckers out if anyone, starts, and that's the old, they get the nunchuckers out, they get the bloody nunchuckers out. But yeah, and I had a 3-bedroom luxury apartment, and it's all got a bit pear-shaped from there, really. But loved the chance of having an apartment like that again. But I spent no more than 19 years on the streets of Cambridge. Never come across anyone, never caused anyone any trouble. I had no friends, no family. I was all on my own. There were some hot summers. There's a beautiful places there. But let me tell you one thing on global warming. Let me just say, now that river that runs through there, if you think the water that's been in there for all them thousands of years, the water in that river, the ground underneath, you can imagine, can't you? It's seeped into all the ground. So look, I don't know if I'll see you again. This has been a documentary on the life and day of Barry in a world which is not the norm. I've tried my best. I hope we'll all see each other again some sunny day. Thank you for giving me the chances. The authorities have given me the chances. If we need to get to work about this water seeping into the ground, we need to get to work straight away. How you do this is basically you use monsters to do it. Now I'm going to leave it on that note. You can take it from there. This is a Barry M show, life on the day of Barry. You've got a rough idea. Thank you for listening. This has been the Alan and Barry show. The Alan and Barry show. The Alan and Barry M show. Goodbye.